Ladies and gentlemen, here we go, the seeded and third section of the boys 1 mile championship. We're starting off with a real familiar face. You saw him in the 4x1 mile champion anchoring with a vigor. This is US number 5, Riley Smith from Dreamville, Florida. Next up, wearing hip 10 from Indiana, this is US number 9, Will Conway. Boise, Idaho has the pleasure of sending us hip number 9. This is Mr. Nate Stadlander. Hip 8, the all-state runner from West Virginia, Mr. Drew Zundel. Next up, hip 6, from Cullman, Alabama, the all-state athlete, Ethan Edgeworth. Crater Track Club, Oregon, US number 4, wearing hip 5, this is Mr. Josiah Tostenson. Hip 4, the McElhinney School, Tennessee, Mr. Jack Bowen. His teammate from the McElhinney School, they were both on the 4x8 championship relay last night. Say hello to hip 3, Mr. Evan Simpson. US number 11 representative from New Hampshire. Hip 2 is being worn by Byron Grievous. The all-state senior from Colorado. Hip 1 is Dane Ike. Okay, the time that we are trying to beat was thrown down by James Partlow, Patriot Track Club, Maryland, in a personal best of 4:12.72. We are back out on the track. Ethan Edgeworth, Cullman, Alabama, took it out to the lead in 14:79. Edgeworth, Cullman, Alabama, through the first circuit, just over 31 seconds. Tight pack, no one really wanting to push the pace and go after that stellar time. Edgeworth, Zundel, Grievous, Ike, Riley Smith now moving up into 4th. Quarter mile, looking super controlled, but the pace is a 60.8. We are just over 4-minute pace. Edgeworth at 60.8, it's decided, I'm here to run, I'm pulling away. Byron Grievous, New Hampshire, tries to move with him after a 61.23 opening 440. The little glance over the shoulder from Ethan, seeing if anyone's coming with him. Moved by Boise, Idaho's Nate Statlander, leading the chase pack, back in 3rd. Our next-gen stats say that Statlander is only 4 meters behind the chase leader of Grievous. But out in front, Ethan Edgeworth is trying to run away with this field. Cullman, Alabama's Ethan Edgeworth keeps moving forward. (2:01.43). He actually negative split the second quarter. 60.8, 60.5. We only have one. This looks to be right over 4 minutes. This would be the fastest high school time of the year when there are only high schoolers in the race. Ethan Edgeworth putting his stamp on this race and this meet. Byron Grievous looks content to lead the chase pack now, but as we learned, and the relays previously, do not give up on Riley Smith from Dreamville, Florida. He hears it, he responds, swings wide. Riley Smith now into second place. 3/4 of a mile in 3:04. 62.6. Riley Smith responds with a 62.7. Riley Smith trying to pull the chase pack along with him. Ethan Edgeworth out in front, has the chase pack left it too late. Just under 300 meters to go. The meet record is 4:03.54. Coming up on the last circuit, 3:36. Edgeworth, here comes Riley Smith. Does he have another kick in the gear? Will Conway is with him. Riley Smith, he is doing it again. Riley Smith with a glance, are you coming with me? Riley Smith, some of the most tactical running we've seen here in the Armory. Riley Smith, what a meet. 4.1 mile from return from behind. Now the mile. That's the elation. 4:06.68, 59.5 for the last 440. Will Conway, 60 was good enough to get him up for 4:07 in second place. Definitely worth a replay. Edgeworth did so much of the work. Went to a personal record of 4:09, first time under 4:10. Riley Smith, who knew that Dreamville Track Club meant I am going to steal your dreams and make mine come true.
Talk about some deja vu. If y'all were here February 11th, it came down same thing at Millrose Games. Armory's a special place for you in 2024. How have you done this, Riley?
It's definitely been really hard. This is probably the worst I felt coming into a race, maybe in my life, because of those two hard anchors the day before and the day before that. But I just stayed composed, didn't want to go out, too fast. I had a feeling that he'd come back to me a little bit in the end because he was going really quick, and I just got lucky it played out in my favor.
Let's give it up for Mr. Come From Behind, Riley Smith, all the way from Gainesville. He a champion.
Over on the long jump runway, Ariana Montgomery trying to get a legal mark, find herself into the finals. 17:11 and a half. Sydney Burr, Katy, Texas. That's your current leader, Sydney Bird, on the strength of that first round attempt of 6 meters 30, 20 feet 8 inches. Not an improvement. 6 meters 10, 20 feet, 1/4 of an inch. Next up, Mary Rosier, McDonough, Georgia, looking for her first legal mark of the day. Unfortunately, the red flag is raised once again. Coming up on the final jumper, of this second flight. Summer Mellow, Methacton, Massachusetts. Here she is, Summer Mellow, Methacton, Massachusetts, trying to climb into the top 8. The white flag is up. We're looking for the current cutoff of 19 2 3/4, 5 meters 86. $5 meters 54, not good enough to get into the finals, but a season's best for Summer Mellow. Always good when you're peaking at the right time. 18 2 1/4.